Hi, hello, welcome to another video on my channel. It is me. I am Sherri Monique. And listen, hello ladies, happy Thursday. Hope y'all are ready, set, go, because guess what? It is Credit Tip Thursday. Yes, I have another credit tip for my ladies out there. Listen, we about to jump right in. We're not gonna waste no time, but let me pause for a second and introduce myself for those who may not know me. My name is Sherri Monique, and I have a business called SMA Credit Excellence. I started my business in 2020. I pretty much started my business because I wanted to be a resource for other women like myself who may be in a space to where you are starting life over, and maybe you are the only resource that is providing and making decisions for your kids, right? And that was me. That was me in that space a few years ago, right? To where I was in a start over period. Life after divorce is what I call it. To where I was trying to figure out all of the things to figure out how am I going to provide for myself and two small babies at the time, when it had always been me and somebody else who I was kind of helping through those life decisions and kind of during those hard times, right? But I only had myself to depend on, and my kids were depending on me. So I had to figure out some stuff and make some stuff happen, right? But what became to be a blockage in that period, in that moment, was when I was trying to find a place for me and my kids to live. And I'm in transition. I just moved from another state back to my home state, and I could not approve for a place to live. I put in several applications, and could not approve for nothing. To where I realized that, man, my credit is jacking me up. My credit, I had a job, had the down payment, had the deposit ready, whatever they needed, had all the things that they needed. But my credit was the one thing that was blocking me from getting approved for that leasing application at the time. So at that moment is where I said, man, I'm gonna have to do something about. I have to figure this out. I have to figure this out because I need a place to live. So I am my reason as to why I started SMA Credit Excellence, because I wanted to be a resource to be able to help other mothers like myself, who is that one and only resource to happen to make things shake on behalf of your kids. Have to make those decisions. You have to figure things out. You have to listen, that's me all day, every day. To where, you got to carry all of those weights. You got to carry all of those different hats. And we just got to make stuff happen the best way that we can. SMA Credit Excellence is a credit consulting company for women, for single moms who pretty much have to, they need that house for their kids. And your credit may be hindering that, right? So I started SMA Credit Excellence because after I was my first client and I figured out what I did to clean up my credit score and actually started to see it increase. Like, my credit score was jacked up. My credit score was in the lower 500s. But once I started to gradually move, and then I ended up with a credit score over 700, I was like, oh, okay, I figured something out here. I figured something out. So I wanted to be that resource. So that's a little bit of my story as to why I started the business. And if you know Sherri, on Thursdays is Credit Tip Thursdays. And on Credit Tip Thursday, we like to give a credit tip just to make sure that you and myself that we are doing all of the things that we need to do to make sure that we are elevating in our credit score. Making sure that we are getting the knowledge, getting the resources that's just going to keep us on a path of credit excellence. So let's jump into this credit tip on today. It's Credit Tip Thursday, and our tip for today is to keep those old accounts open. That's our tip for today. You want to make sure that you keep those old accounts open. And today I'm about to give you 3 reasons why you want to keep those old accounts open. Maintaining old credit accounts can positively impact your credit score. Reason number 1, all because of your length of credit history. Your credit score benefits from a longer credit history. Older accounts contribute to the length, showcasing your experience with managing credit over time. That's the first reason as to why you want to keep those old accounts open, is because of your length of credit history. Reason number 2, credit utilization. I talk a lot about credit utilization. Keeping your old accounts open can help you with your credit utilization ratio. This ratio compares your total credit card balances to your total credit limits. A lower utilization positively affects your score, and having higher overall credit limits, it helps to achieve that. It helps to keep your ratio, your credit utilization, as low as possible. All right. Reason number 3, age of account, the account age, your account age. Older accounts add to the average age of your credit accounts, which is a factor in your credit score. With the age of your accounts, that's one of the 5 components of what makes up your credit score. Now, closing an old account, it can reduce your average age, which can potentially lower your score. So I just gave you 3 reasons as to why you want to make sure you keep those old accounts open. Let's recap. The first reason, your length of credit history. Second reason, credit utilization. Remember, you want to keep your credit utilization as low as possible. And the third reason, for account age, right? You want to have a long account age period. The moment you close an old account, it will reduce your account age, which could potentially lower your score. So keep that in mind. All right. In summary, avoiding closing old credit accounts avoid closing credit accounts unless you absolutely have to, right? This plays a crucial role in maintaining and improving your credit health. All right. So I hope today's credit tip was a tip for you that just kind of made you kind of just think twice about maybe closing some accounts on your credit reports. I hope this tip was helpful. I hope the tip gave you just a little bit more information on the next time you pull up your credit reports and you're looking over your accounts and you're kind of glancing through and like, I don't really use that no more. I should just go ahead and I don't even know where that card is at. I should just go ahead and close it. Hopefully this video will have you to second guess it before you close it. All right. You guys have an amazing day, and I will see you on the next video.